6.2 representations of functions. Your learning target is I can represent a function in different ways. So what is a function? A function relates an input to an output. It is like a machine that has an input and an output. So remember that, before we talk about that, remember that X and Y are our inputs and our outputs. X is the input value. Y is the output value. All right, so new vocabulary, function rule. So an equation that describes the relationship between inputs and outputs. That just means the function rule is the equation. It's what's going to happen to our input and output value. This might make more sense. So a function rule is an equation that describes the relationship between inputs and outputs. So take a look at this machine here, this function machine. Notice that there's input going in on this side and there's output coming out on this side. And then there's a function rule in the middle. So our input value is -2. This blue -2 is going to go into the machine. Then there's this rule that happens to the -2, the relationship, and then boom, it comes out as a -6, the red -6. So let's look at the function rule. Y equals 3x. That means y equals 3 times x. So when x came in as -2, it was multiplied by 3. That was the rule. And then it came out as -6. That means any input you put in, any input, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1,000, a million, whatever it is, it will be multiplied by 3. That's the rule. And the output will depend on the input. So we're going to represent functions by writing them. Write a function rule, meaning write an equation for these words. The output is 5 less than the input. So we're going to break it down. Let's read it again. The output is 5 less than the input. So we're going to break that up about what we know about each term or word there, okay? Let's think about the output. What is the output? The output is our Y value. I think I'm going to try to use this pen. I hope this works. I'm going to write Y. Oh, that's not very thick, but you can see it. So the output is Y value. Is always going to mean equals. 5 less than, well, when we think of less and we're thinking of operations, we're going to think of minus. So we're going to think of -5 for 5 less than, okay? And then the input is X. So if we kind of rearrange this a little bit, it's going to look like, come on. Oh, I knew it was going to stay there and I didn't want it to, so I'm going to erase those. That's okay. I'm going to erase it really quick. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So I wrote them right below it in the same colors. Okay. So the output is Y. Is equals. This 5 less than is a -5 because it's 5 less than the input of X. So it has to be X minus 5. Okay. So we took these words, this sentence here, and we turned it into a function rule. Next. So you would say the function rule is Y equals X minus 5. All right, remember these can be really difficult. It takes a lot of practice to get good at this. So don't get discouraged. Let's try it again. The output is 4 more than the input. Well, let's do it again. The output is going to be Y. I'm going to write it again because I need to have it on there. No, I can't because I can't find my little pen and I'm not going to do it. The output is Y. Is equals. The input we know is X. What is 4 more going to be? 4 more than the input is going to be +4. So it's your input plus 4. 4 more than the input is input plus 4. 4 more than the input. Input plus 4. So Y equals X plus 4 is our function rule. So we're going to practice this in class. Oh, and that's it for day 1. So we will do day 2 next video.